This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Intern MG is back from his foreign semester abroad. Did I mention that he was living in a castle? Well, he was. A castle. With turrets. No, I'm not jealous. But now that he's back, he's acquired yet another job, this time at International Ad Giants Incorporated. They have recognized his explosive potential and promoted him to hiring manager at 22. Yes, hiring manager. Goody for him. Yeah, great. His days are now packed with seeking out and vetting so highly qualified applicants for positions at the big firm. They want copywriters. His initial thought was to post a job offer on Craigslist. 3,917 job applicants later, it hasn't worked out so well. Ha ha, too bad for him. He asked them all to come in for an interview, and they all did. All of them. Big mistake. I found him lying comatose under 2.5 feet of resumes. 19 cups of coffee later, we discussed the need to pre-screen candidates before spending too much time with them. Instead of jumping right in with every job candidate, there are some simple steps to take which will help eliminate unsuitable candidates quickly. The internet makes it easy. You might find the notion of ruthlessly eliminating unsuitable candidates to be uncompassionate. You might want in your heart of hearts to believe that every human being has inherent worth. Well, on one hand, you might be wrong about that. On the other hand, the movie Soylent Green points out quite reasonably that all people can ultimately be of value to their fellow man, woman, intersex, or asexual societal population unit. Look at cover letters. The first line of defense against hacks, bots, and applicants with bad hair is the cover letter. Look at the cover letter. Cover letters should show the person at their best. Are there spelling errors? Is the style they already write in the way you prefer to communicate? Nothing says potentially disastrous lack of professionalism like errors in a cover letter. Indeed, errors might mean that they're not even a real person. And I'm not talking about writing style here. Different people have different writing styles, and a style that you've never seen doesn't necessarily mean bad, but typos definitely do. We live in an era of spell checkers in our phones, on our laptops, on our microwave, in our refrigerators, and typos in a cover letter show a shocking lack of attention. Even for a casual company, a cover letter should still have a professional tone. If it starts out with, "Hey dude, I really want you to hire me," well, then that's probably how they will email everyone else at your company and your clients and your investors, your CEO and your division head. Decide the attitude you want and select people who have cover letters in that style. One of the cover letters that MG found was a little bit off. It had a professional tone, but some suspicious typos. The style showed personality, but the typos indicated carelessness. It was time to take a closer look and determine what this person named Dorgus was all about. Look at work samples. If you're hiring someone who produces actual work, ask for some actual examples. If you're hiring a copywriter, ask for links to articles that they have written. Follow the links and check out the content. Sometimes it's not actually there. Seriously, someone asked to write guest posts for my blog. Someone included links to articles they had published in various publications, but someone's links didn't actually work when I clicked on them, except the link to Billy Bob's conspiracytheoryblog.com, where bad spelling is a must and fiction is the new fact. If they have a portfolio, you need to know what they're capable of. Look through it carefully. The resume alone doesn't determine the quality of the work someone actually produces, so you need to use their results as a metric just as much. Intern MG checked out Dorgus's links. They were total Dorgus. Nothing. This guy was either completely nuts or didn't exist. A robot. A phishing scam. Intern MG knew he had to make sure this guy was a bogus Dorgus, so he went one step further. Use social media to look even deeper. Check out the candidate's LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter presence, especially LinkedIn. It's 2017, and if someone has a profile, read it. It will give you some idea of what that person wants to convey to the world. If they don't have a profile, it could just mean they're a private person, or an undercover CIA operative, or a robot, or a vampire who hasn't purchased Wi-Fi yet. But never make assumptions. That's just speculation. If they do have a profile, it gives you information. Not only can you use social media to make sure your candidate is real, but once you find that they exist, you can use the Twitter and Facebook profiles to just get a sense of whether they're aligned with your company culture. Are they knocking back brews and jumping off hardcore punk show stages in every picture? If you work at a small indie millennial-style beanbag chair startup, this might be the perfect candidate for the job. But be careful when drawing conclusions from social media. What you care about is the on-the-job performance. That hardcore mohawk-wearing mosh pit denizen might do some of the best work you've ever seen. So even though Facebook and Twitter can give you an idea of personality, Never use that to disqualify, unless their Facebook page feed is full of status updates documenting how they sabotaged their last boss when they were given a work assignment that they didn't like. I actually have seen people post things like that, not realizing that stories like that don't exactly convey integrity and desirability in the job market. Looks can be deceiving and deceivers can be good looking. Just remember, just because you like the way someone looks as a person doesn't mean they'll be able to do the job, and vice versa. Sometimes the best person for the job will be wearing a flower print muumuu. Not that there's any... Forget it. Yes, there is. If the best person for the job is wearing a flower print muumuu, hire them, and for their first year's bonus, send them to a fashion consultant. That said, for any fashion offense less than the muumuu, they could be a fine hire. Some of the best programmers, web designers, and developers are nerds and weirdos. They're nerds and weirdos who can make you rich, and all you have to do is buy them a new Lego set every month. Why hire for fit when you can hire for excellence? Intern MG came up empty with Dorcas's social media. When he searched Dorcas Felicity on LinkedIn and on all the other platforms, no one came up, except on Facebook. All it took was a single look at Dorcas's Facebook profile to realize that Dorcas was a bot, a cast-off artificial intelligence from Google's AI project. Dorcas's timeline was empty except for a bunch of really bad poetry, all about someday wanting to be a real human being. A great hire for Poetry Quarterly, but not quite right as a copywriter for International Ad Giants Incorporated. When it's time to hire a candidate, be smart. Do pre-screening so that you don't waste your time. Their cover letter should be professional with no typos. Work samples should demonstrate the quality of work you want in that position, and if they have a social media presence, it might give you some clues as to their cultural fit. And remember, at the end of the day, what's really important is that they can get the job done. This is Steve Robbins. Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. I run webinars and other programs to help people be extraordinarily productive and build extraordinary careers. If you want to know more, visit steverobbins.com. That's STEVERROBBINS.com, or text Get It Done to 33444. Work less, do more, and have a great life.